Dear students, today we are going to discuss the Fraunhofer diffraction at double slit. In this figure, we are looking two slits S1 and S2 named as AB and CD, whose separation is small b, while the width of each slit is small a. S is a source of monochromatic light which is placed at the focus of this convex lens L1. The parallel beam of rays falls normally on slits A, B and CD, and after diffraction it is focused on a screen like this, O undeviated and at P after diffraction through angle theta. XY is the screen. So amplitude of diffracted light from slits AB and CD is equal, that is R1 is equal to R2 is equal to A sin alpha upon alpha, as we discussed in single slit, where alpha is equal to pi A sin theta upon lambda, equation number 4 of the single slit. The path difference between the waves from slits S1 and S2, S2k, so this is S2k, is equal to S1 S2 sin theta. So you can see this in this triangle S1 S2 k, this is angle theta, is equal to A plus B sin theta. Corresponding phase difference delta is equal to 2 pi upon lambda A plus B sin theta. This is equation number 2. As we know, resultant amplitude at P is given by R square is equal to R1 square plus R2 square plus 2R1 R2 cos delta. So putting all the values like this, we have R square is equal to 2 A sin alpha upon alpha whole square plus 2 A sin alpha upon alpha whole square cos delta, or R square is equal to 2 A sin alpha upon alpha whole square 1 plus cos delta, or 2 A sin alpha upon alpha whole square 1 plus 2 cos square delta by 2 minus 1, or finally R square is equal to 4A square sin square alpha cos square delta by 2 upon alpha square, equation number 3. Let phase difference between two waves is beta, then beta is equal to delta by 2, that is pi upon lambda A plus B sin theta, using previous equation number 2, or R square is equal to 4A square sin square delta cos square beta upon alpha square. This is equation number 4. Hence resultant intensity at point P, I is equal to R square is equal to 4A square sin square alpha cos square beta upon alpha square. This is equation number 5. It is clear from equation number 5 that resultant intensity I at point P is the contribution of two factors. So see here equation number 5. First part, A square sin square alpha upon alpha square represents intensity due to individual slits. Number second, cos square beta represents interference pattern due to the waves from two parallel slits. The diffraction term A square sin square alpha upon alpha square gives the central maximum in the direction theta is equal to 0 and followed by minima and secondary maxima of decreasing intensity on both sides. Here we can see the final distribution curve. This is the principal maxima. These are the secondary maxima in both sides of the principal maxima in increasing order of the intensity. So come here. The secondary maxima is obtained in the direction given by alpha is equal to plus minus 3 pi by 2 plus minus 5 pi by 2 plus minus 7 pi by 2, as it was clear in single slit diffraction. Number 1, the interference term cos square beta gives maxima in the direction cos square beta is equal to 1 or beta is equal to plus minus n pi, where n is equal to 0, 1, 2, 3 and so on, or pi upon lambda a plus b sin theta is equal to plus minus n pi, that is a plus b sin theta is equal to plus minus n lambda. This is the equation number 6. And now second term is cos square beta. It is the interference term, gives minima in the direction cos square beta is equal to 0 or beta is equal to plus minus 2n plus 1 pi by 2, that is pi upon lambda a plus b sin theta is equal to plus minus 2n plus 1 pi by 2, or finally we get this condition of minimum a plus b sin theta is equal to plus minus 2n plus 1 lambda by 2, equation number 7. And as I told you earlier, the resultant intensity distribution curve is like this. On y-axis for a square sin square alpha cos square beta upon alpha square, and on x-axis alpha has been taken. The curve comes like this. Thank you.